Okay, here's the functions presentation. I don't know why I called it 4.1. I marked it 4.0. Anyway, we're going to learn about functions, vertical line tests, domains, and ranges. Okay, here's the learning goal. By the end of this chapter, you will determine what a function is over a specific domain and range. What does that mean? We'll see that in a second. Okay, a function is a special relation. Like we said in class, we have a relationship, and then a function is a special type of relationship in which a function is a set of ordered pairs in which for every value of x, there's only one value of y. Okay, what does that mean? We'll talk about that in a second. But basically, actually, let's plot a few points. As you can know, a set of ordered pairs, just basically a bunch of points. And they can be defined as a function that for every x value, there's only one y value. For every x value, when x is 3, there's only one value of y. It's kind of like a map. When x is equal to 5, y is equal to 3. Now, when is it not a function? Well, when we have two values. So, imagine you're given directions. When x is 5, y is 3. But in this case, there's two possibilities. It's y equals 3 and 7. Therefore, when that happens, not a function. Okay, we'll learn more about that in a minute. Okay, so actually I have a bit of examples here. So I define a function as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. Let's see if I can erase this. No, I can't. All right, let's just work over the work. I have a bunch of points. This is my relationship, and it is a function. That means for every value of relation A is a function. Because for every value of x, I only have one y value. When x equals 4, we know that y is 5. When x equals 6, y is equal to 7. When x is equal to 8, y is equal to 9. We don't have two possible scenarios for an x value. That's what makes it a function. Okay, when we have relation B, it's a bunch of points. When we graph those points, do you see how when x is equal to 10, we only have one value of y? When x is equal to 8, I have one value of y. But when x is equal to 6, is y equal to 2 or y equal to 4? Well, there's two answers. So therefore, not a function. For x, there are two y values. For x equals 6, there are two y values. Not a function. Let's look at relationship C. I have a bunch of points, which defines a relationship. And this is the mathematical symbol for sets. Here I have a relationship. These are all my points graphed. Now, do you see that for an x value, I only have one y value. But for the same y value, there's two different x's. Does that make it not a function? Now, remember the best friend analogy where two different people can point to the same person and have that as a best friend? Well, that's a similar scenario. This is a function. Why? Because if I ask the question, when x is 2, what's y? And I only have one answer, that's correct. Now, if I say, what's y when x is minus 2? Turns out it's the same answer. But does that make it not a function? The answer is no, it is a function. It is a function. Okay. A function is a special relationship. A function is a set of ordered pairs in which every value of x, there is only one y value. Is this a function? Well, there's something called a vertical line test we'll learn about in a second. But for every x value, there's only one y value. And it's the case for every single value of x. Okay, a vertical line test will only pass through one point. So we take, what's a vertical line test? It's basically a tool that we use. Draw a line, vertical line, and if it only goes through one point, then it's a function. There we go. That's another vertical line test. That's another vertical line test. Okay, therefore this relationship is a function. Let's look at this one. If I run my vertical line test, I have a fail. This is a relationship, but it's not a function. Why? Because if I ask you when x is 5, what's y? And I have two answers, not a function. Once again, do a vertical line test. What's a vertical line test again? A vertical line test is a tool that you have at your disposal to determine if a relationship is a function. In this case, just ask yourself, when x is 6, what's y? Well, I have two values, not a function. It's a fail, not a function. Now, domain and range. The set of first elements in the relationship is called the domain of the relation. So this, and this end up getting 2, 4, and 6. It's basically my x values. The set of second elements in a relationship is called the range. So what's range? It's my second values. See? It's a set of my second values. Whoops. That's it. That's all range means. I will learn how to determine the domain and range of a function. What's the domain? Well, it's my x values. 3, 2, 4, and 6. Oh, I got another one. Guess it's 5, minus 5 as well. I said minus 3, right? So let's mark that. Domain equals set of values minus 5, minus 3, 2, 4, and 6. And my range is right there. Minus 6, 0, 3, and 6 equals set. And we'll start at minus 6, 0, 3, and 6. Make sure that makes sense to you. How will I determine the domain and range? Well, this is going forever in the x direction and forever in the y direction. Same here. In the negative x direction and the negative y direction. It's going forever. So I can say something like domain equals set of all real numbers. And the range is equal to the same thing, set of all real numbers. That's it. My range is over all numbers, and my domain is over all numbers. Okay. Let's add some arrows. So, once again, it's going forever in the y direction and x direction. It's going forever in the y and negative x direction. So, I can say something like domain equals set of all real numbers. And my range is equal to set of all real numbers. But there's a difference. I only have values here. I don't have any values here, which is anything less than 1, I don't have any values, such that y is greater or equal to 1. And that's my range. Because it's only defined, right, when my relationship is only defined when when y is greater than 1. But it's defined over all x values. All right, here's your key concepts. A function is a set of ordered pairs in which for every x value there is only one value for y. If a line passes, and I should say if a vertical line passes through more than one point on the graph, then the relationship is not a function. The set of the first elements in a relationship is called the domain of the relation. The set of second elements in a relation is called the range of the relation. That's all. Second, or y values. And the domain, first elements, domain, x values. I can add that in. And then finally your homework. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.